Here we go.
Play with the devil, die with the devil. I am celebrity impersonator Rocco Fonzarelli.
And I'm conservative Baptist pastor Andy Quint, giving you a unique perspective on current events. We're joined by Janae Blunt. She's pressing the buttons, pulling the levers, and helping us sound better than we really are. I guess it's not really a high bar there.
And we are Rock Candy broadcasting live from the Big A Angel Stadium.
Hold on. Did I recall you just saying celebrity impersonator?
I'm trying to push this off on the American people so they'll go and look at our Facebook, which is Rock Candy Radio Show, and find out who I impersonate.
Is this just a big thing is this whole thing just a charade just to pull in customers for you?
It's a charade. Yes, it is. I can't believe you saw right through that.
Yes, I did. So speaking of the Facebook pages, how do people get on the Facebook? What is it?
Rock Candy Radio Show.
Right,
come see us. Yep.
Or if they want to go in that older method, which is email.
We are rockcandyradioshow@gmail.com. Please say hi. Please.
Yes. Let's go. Let's do some sports. International news. 2020 Summer Games, the Olympics are going to be held in Japan in their national stadium, and that's a good thing. But the initial designs, Janae, have you heard this on any sports broadcast so far? No, you haven't, because you're going to get something unique and different with us. Yes, the initial designs for the new stadium did not include a place for the Olympic flame.
Uh-oh.
So just call it a flame out. Is that because they don't like flamers in Japan? The deal?
That's none of my business. I don't ask and I don't tell.
I don't know. Also, other sports news that you're not going to get anywhere else is the Atlanta Braves. Their stadium is now selling the Burgeriza. It's a $26 bacon cheeseburger sandwich between two 8-inch pepperoni pizzas. Are you kidding me? So the bun is two pepperoni pizzas.
Once again, I call that a weekend.
Yes. Listen, there's so much unique food going on. Best ballpark meal I've ever had in my life, right here at the Big A. Now, I must say, I was in kind of one of the nicer boxes.
Oh, really?
But they served these little shrimp and grits with just these like little miniature kettles.
I wish you could see his hands. He's
my gosh! They were just wonderful. I wish you could see my taste buds.
Like deep fried shrimps, or
no? They were grilled, and it was like this Cajun kind of thing going on. Delicious. Of course, they've got everything else going on at the ballpark. You can get sushi here.
Really?
You can get hot dog sushi. You can get everything you want.
Wow.
I'm sorry, angel dog sushi.
I don't even know what that is. Can you please explain that?
I just made it up, actually. But they do have sushi. Sounds pretty horrible.
Not even. I wouldn't even go there. I wouldn't even try stadium sushi.
Yep.
The cutting edge news, yeah.
Prince has a new memoir.
Yes.
First of all, before we talk about Prince, I've seen him 20 times.
No way.
I've met him twice.
Isn't he from Minnesota, where the Laura Stanley...
That's correct. The first thing I asked her was, have you ever been to a pajama party at Prince's house? And she said, who is Prince?
By the way, for our listening audience, I was told to make sure that we let everybody know on the inside names and jokes and so forth. Just want you to know, Laura Stanley's the... woman to whom Rocco is betrothed.
That's a nice way to say that.
And I don't know if you know this, but Seinfeld, in every episode, they had to have a reference, either visually or audibly, to Superman. So in every broadcast we have here, we have to mention Laura Stanley at least once.
Is that true about Seinfeld? You
yes,
talk about
that
Superman every time?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gets mad if she doesn't listen to the show, but the one time she does listen and I don't mention her, yeah, I'm usually in trouble, so I like to keep it. And, people like to hear about, celebrity impersonators relationships. It's kind of like Access Hollywood.
Oh, the whole world is just waiting for that news. You bet.
And before we talk about Prince, though, by the way, I have won an award.
Oh, please.
Yeah, Janae, did you know I won an award? Did you know I was even up for an award? I won a telly. Well,
No way.
our station where I work during the day, it's a government station.
Yes.
We
Right.
won
You
a
don't want to
Telly
mention.
Award.
You can't mention it.
I don't think so. I don't
Okay.
think, just in case,
All right.
but
Yeah. Conflict of interest.
yeah, but-
Actually, aren't you supposed to be working now? Sunday night isn't Sunday night your shift. So what is Telly? Is that is that Who Loves You Baby? It's like a big lollipop. Sorry, Telly Savalas reference.
It looks like an Oscar without the globe, but it is the Oscars of cable access and government television. So we won as a whole. The whole station won, and because it was a project that we all had worked on, and it was a public safety announcement for See Something, Say Something about things that are happening. Basically, to kind of help bring crime down in our area, we made a public service announcement and a public safety announcement. So
See something, say something, but don't profile, and make sure you don't get accused of being a bigot after you've done that.
So
was that the angle?
I think so, but yeah, we won a Telly Award, and I specifically feel like I won a Telly Award.
Because how much time did you spend on it? Come on, you
I would
carried
say-
them. You carried them, Rocco.
I don't know if I carried them, but I was one of the several cameramen that I filmed basically the commercial for us. So
You know,
it is what it is.
This is kind of getting watered down from,
I know.
from I won a Telly to, well, it was all of us to, well, I might have carried the camera.
I basically carried the camera, but I must say, it was great. It's great to be it's just great to be nominated, which is sending in your video. So
Oh, is that right? Could maybe we get a Telly going here?
sure,
No? A golden mic?
Yeah, we'll just set up a camera and we'll film our show being recorded, and then we'll send it in and see if we could win. That would be great.
And then we could say we're nominated.
That's great.
It's like who's
true.
who.
It's true.
I got the Who's Who award nomination, and all I had to do was buy a plaque. So I put
Yeah.
my dog's name on it, and got my dog a Who's Who among rising young Americans.
Yeah.
But we digress.
Prince has a memoir. I can't believe I'm like skating around this. He's like my favorite artist, of course. Like I said, I've seen him 20 times.
What's the name of that memoir? Is it? It's not the other guy. It's me, Prince.
Well, what's funny is a lot of people gave him a lot of flack in that time period where he changed his name to the artist formerly known as Prince. But it was a revolutionary idea, and I'm sure his memoir that comes out in 2017 will go into full detail about what actually happened with that. But in a sense, he changed the music industry in a way, in the sense of basically Warner Brothers went to him and said, Prince owes us 5 more albums. And Prince said, then my name's not Prince anymore. So he kind of
That's why he did it.
That's basically, it was a contract negotiation, and also the revolutionary sense of, I mean, he didn't use his name. Prince did not use his name for like 10 years, and he still sold multi-platinum. So, what other artists could go under a different name and sell, that many records? I mean, that's amazing.
Man, the artist formerly known as Rocco will now be whatever it is.
Well, I didn't sell any before, so I might sell even less.
But
if I
that's
don't
not
use
why
my-
Snoop Dogg, turned into Snoop Lion or whatever he was.
Well, I think it was one of those things where you kind of you see a trend and you jump on it, but he revolutionized it in a sense. And the same kind of thing happened in the 70s with Tom Petty. Tom Petty, and this is written into music contracts now, but Tom Petty, basically, they had sold millions of albums, and the band was all living in a 1-bedroom apartment, and because their contract was so bad, and so they basically said, well, they had to claim bankruptcy, and when they claimed bankruptcy, it got them out of, so they were actually, I think they were actually allowed to tour and perform again and make money because they were having to pay back all the people that loaned him money. But Prince's thing in general at the time was this. Basically, the bank loans you money to buy a house. You pay the bank back and you get the house, right? That's how it works. Mm-hmm. With record labels at the time, they would own your publishing. So Prince, I believe, still doesn't own Purple Rain. So the Warner Brothers is the bank, say, and they lend him money to record the album. The album goes multi-platinum. They pay it all back, and they still keep the house, as he puts it. So that's the way, that kind of thing. And what he did, and I'm sure he can explain it better than I. These are things that I just read.
I'm sure he's going to be.
Yeah, so I can't wait to kind of read that, because I think it'll open a lot of people's eyes of people calling him crazy during the 90s. I could go on for hours about Prince, by the way.
I could tell.
But anyway.
When we come back, we're going to tell you 4 keys to getting a better night's sleep and something you might want to avoid in the consumer trends business.
All right, we'll be right back. Kiss.
When it comes to your smile, you want the best, right? New Smiles Dentistry was voted Best Dental Office in the South Bay 5 years in a row. Dr. Stephen Tassoni and his crew can take a troubled smile and turn it into a work of art. For an appointment, call 310-791-2041. That's 310-791-2041. Or you can make an appointment online at newsmilesdentistry.com. That's newsmilesdentistry.com. Call 310-791-2041.
Do you have VHS tapes? Why do you still have VHS tapes? Do you have priceless memories of your favorite birthday parties, weddings, anniversaries, or graduation? You are in danger of losing them if they are still on tape. Most video experts agree that the lifespan of VHS is between 8 to 12 years. Digitize those tapes. Defining Moments Video can take care of it for you. Preserve your family history forever. Call them right now, 310-617-3582. All you do is ship your tapes. They'll transfer them to DVD and ship them back. And for a small fee on top of that, they will upload them to popular sites like YouTube, Vimeo, or place them right on your Facebook page. To get a hold of Defining Moments Video, you can call them at 310-617-3582 or go to their website at definingmomentsvideo.com. That's definingmomentsvideo.com. If you call them with promo code ROCKCANDY, they'll give you the first hour free.
Angels Radio, AM 830.
And we're back. I'm Rocco Fonzarelli.
Pastor Andy Q here.
And we are Rock Candy, baby, broadcasting live from the Big A Angels Stadium.
The cutting edge news, yeah.
4 keys to a better night sleep. Oh man, I didn't know Ariana Huffington was such an expert on just everything, but she actually knows how to help us have a better night's sleep. And she tells us a couple of things, actually 4 things. One is this is from her book, The Sleep Revolution. Number 1, skip the nightcap. Now, isn't that counterintuitive?
Not me.
Wouldn't you think, you kind of go for that whole Michael Jackson cocktail before.
What is that?
Too soon, I'm sorry.
What is that? What's the Michael Jackson cocktail?
I don't know, propofol or whatever it is. Anything to get you to sleep.
No, I just have regular Jesus juice every night before
just
I go
say your
to bed.
prayers. Right?
I do.
All right, say your prayers, and that is smell the lavender. That's something. If you smell lavender, that's supposed to help you. That's number 2. Number 3, I'm not so sure I agree with. It says stay awake, or at least fake yourself out that you want to stay awake. Give yourself other chores to do and say, oh, I have to stay awake. And that causes your brain somehow to say, nope, I want to sleep, whatever. The 4th thing I know doesn't work says get naked. Get naked. Because according to a 2012 poll, 74% of Americans prefer to sleep in pajamas, 8% sleep in the altogether. And
the altogether, what's that?
Naked.
Oh.
Naked.
Well, you could have just said naked. I don't know what the altogether is. That sounds like more clothes, actually. That sounds like business suit and attire.
Not business suit, birthday suit. 57% of those who sleep naked said that they slept better and they were happy in their relationships. See, now I don't see where those 2 things actually help, because if you're sleeping naked, it just seems like you wouldn't be getting as much sleep. That's all I'm saying.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's all I'm That's as far as I'm going.
Nerd alert, nerd alert, nerd alert.
This week's Nerd Alert, my review of Batman vs. Superman. Have you seen it, Ange?
I have not. Now, wait, I did see the Batman like back in the 70s, 60s, you know, when they did the Kapow. Is that what you're talking about?
No, there's
Rocco?
a new movie,
Yeah.
Batman vs. Superman.
I think I really did see the first movie.
Oh, you saw the first actual, like the 60s movie?
No. Of course, the series. And then that's what I was talking about. But the first Batman movie when it came out.
Oh, you mean Michael Keaton Batman?
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, this is Ben Affleck Batman.
Yeah.
Now,
well, I know they're really trotting this thing out.
are we doing stars, or are we doing thumbs up, or are we doing...
You do it, man.
What do you think? Janae, what do you think?
How about
What'd you
rocks? Rocks for Rocco.
give? Okay.
No.
All right, that's a good idea. Okay. How about rock candies?
Sure,
we'll give
man.
it... Okay.
That's
So out of 5 or 10?
it's creative genius.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stretch it here. Are we doing 5 rock candies or 10 rock candies?
I don't know.
All right, let's just do 5.
You're
I'd
making
give
it
it. I'd give it a 2.5 if we're doing 5.
Out of 5.
Yeah.
2.5. Okay.
And here's why.
Uh-huh.
First of all, no one likes Ben Affleck as Batman. No one. But once you get past that,
Even his mom.
I don't know. I haven't talked to her in a while.
It's been
But-
a little thin on that plot.
But once you get over that, I thought it was excellent. The thing that I was, now this is spoiler alert, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, which you should have, it's been 2 weeks.
Oh, come on.
Or more.
No, I don't see anything until it's been on Netflix the second time around.
Well, they're putting the Justice League together, basically, is what's happening. So we have Wonder Woman and shows up, and the Flash, and a few other of the Justice Leaguers, the Aquaman, and I forget the other guy. But the thing that makes me really mad is that the guy that plays the Flash on TV. Do you know? Do you watch that show, Ange? Do you watch the Flash?
Never.
His name is Grant. He is not in the movie, and I thought that was a really missed opportunity to kind of bring the franchise, like, you know, that Marvel kind of, you know, has that a little bit. So I thought that was I think the Flash not that is Asian in the film, I believe. So it was just kind of a bummer. But other than that, I thought it was fantastic, but the reviews are giving it like really bad reviews.
Well, you just didn't give him a stellar review. 2.5.
The reason I gave them a lower review is because of that Flash issue. That hit me right here as a nerd-ish, or I am nerd-ish.
Yeah. Nah,
So-
not ish.
So, wait a minute. That's not fair. But yeah, I thought it was excellent. There were weird dream sequences that seemed out of line, out of focus. It wasn't focused, but other than those two things, I thought it was amazing. And there was a spiritual component to it because everyone views Superman as like the Christ figure, you know, as a Messiah kind of thing. And there was a lot of religion played, like Lex Luthor kind of plays with religion in the sense of, you know, God versus man. In other words, Superman's a god and Batman's a man. And so the battle between them I thought was fantastic. Like I thought, like the man versus God, it was really speaking to you on a few different levels. So I thought it was great.
All right.
2.5 rock candies.
Yeah. Let's see. Am I motivated to go out and see it now? Not so much.
Really?
But I will watch reruns. Not so much of Batman, but maybe some old Superman with the... Hey, wasn't that kind of weird? You've got Christopher Reeve. You've got George Reeves. I mean, isn't that kind of strange?
That's weird.
And then
they
they both...
They both what?
Well, what you... Yeah.
That was weird.
See you later.
All right.
Rock Candy exclusive.
If I could take a moment to ask our audience to go check out our Facebook page at Rock Candy Radio. I have a friend. Her name is Beth, and she is in need of your help. Her husband is not having a great time. She lost her job, and she's trying to survive with a young son, stepson. So if you could take a minute and go check out Beth and Nikki Fund on GoFundMe, you can find the link on our Rock Candy Radio page. If I could tell you a little bit about her, she is an amazing woman. I could go on and on about how many jobs she got me. She's one of those people that work at a placements. What is it called?
Career placement?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
job
go
thing?
temp service.
Yeah.
Is where we start, and she would give.
That's
all
how
of
you
my-
get jobs like carrying cameras and stuff like that, right?
Well, she did. I worked in all kinds of jobs, and I'll tell you the top 3 of my favorite jobs she's ever gotten me. Number 1, Janae. I moved Beyonce's couches. She called me at midnight and said, she called me in the afternoon and said, "Can you move Beyonce's couches from a place in one of the casinos? I think it was Paula Casino, to the where the Grammys were being held, because she was having a party with Prince. So she had purple couches, custom made, and then I had to move them from midnight to 6 a.m. from Paula Casino.
That must have been tough. What with all that extra padding for Beyonce?
It was horrible but amazing. The other job she got me was selling cell phones at Walmart for a company from Mexico. I didn't speak Spanish, so I had to bring a translator with me to try and sell cell phones to people who brought I would do anything she would send me on. And then finally, the last job that I had from her, was she got me my job at MySpace. Do you remember MySpace, Janae? It was before Facebook. I was in the music department, and I was ahead of. I had several accounts that were really famous people that I would have to monitor their MySpace accounts, and I would have calls from like Britney Spears' manager that would say, why is a fake Britney Spears profile getting more hits than the real Britney Spears, and that kind of thing would happen all the time.
And then would he add, "You'll never work in this town again"?
No, but I've had that conversation several times with
yeah.
people, and they've always said that. Anyway, so that's my friend Beth. She's amazing, and please, 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 find it in your heart to go to our Facebook page, Rock Candy Radio, and you can find Beth on GoFundMe at Beth and Nikki Fund is what it's called, is the title. They have a goal of $7,500, and right now they're about $445. So if anyone can help out, that would be great.
Cool, man. All right.
The cutting edge news, yeah.
America's shopping cart.
All right.
We have some trends that are going down big time. First of all, guns. They say Barack Obama is the best gun salesman in the world because every time there's some sort of threat, people run out and buy more guns. Number 2, hot dogs. Burger King is launching a pricing war to go after 7-Elevens. Dominance of that market. Bowl meals. You like them bowl meals?
I don't know what that is.
That's just food in a bowl.
Oh.
It's just food in a bowl.
Well, who doesn't like food in a bowl, right?
I
Janae?
don't.
You
I
know
like
what I'm
my
saying?
flavors distinctive.
Really?
You go to Panda and can I put it in a bowl? No, just spread it out. Well, sir, you have to have a 2-item entree for that.
Whoa.
Well, can I just pay for the other entree and you just leave a little extra air between my space? I don't want them. I mean, what's next? The feed bag? What are we going to have that? And then the final trend is great sales. It's up by 48%.
Oh, wow.
Adult diapers.
Whoa.
Ask me if I wear adult diapers.
Do you wear adult diapers?
Depends. There you go. Sure, yeah.
Well, before we go, hey, Hitler's in trouble again.
Yeah, what's he done now? And from the grave.
A Bavarian town, popular tour destination in Germany. They've officially stripped Adolf Hitler of his title of honorary citizen.
Well, good.
Well,
Jeez Louise.
It took 83 years, but if there's any towns out there that have sneaky honorary citizens, you might want to look at your roster.
Are you hearing us, Stalin, Kansas? Hey, do you have us? Are we piercing the void? Kim Jong-il, Nebraska?
I hope not.
Beating the drum in other news. Beating the drum for food safety and health. The headline in Time Magazine, tomorrow's edition, it says, "Why the rise in food poisoning reports is actually a good thing."
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Have you had food poisoning?
I never have. You can't go down to Mexico without maybe some semblance thereof. Perhaps that was sort of food poisoning.
And I've had heart surgery twice and a ankle surgery and a few other things. And food poisoning is probably worse than all three.
I don't think I've had it then, because this was just,
It's the worst. It is the worst.
It's now according to Time Magazine, it's a good thing. So go to Chipotle and sing the song. Boy, those poor guys. They've just been beaten up so many times with I don't know, E. coli or whatever it is. But it's a good thing. It's a good thing if you've got Listeria or the norovirus or E. coli. But you know that projectile diarrhea, it's overrated. I wish can we maybe reproduce this segment, and we'll do it next week. I'd like to find a way to have Listeria, norovirus, E. coli, sort of all sung to the tune of "These are a few of my favorite things."
All right, that's the show. Thanks for listening to Rock Candy. We'll see you next week.
Bye, baby.
Ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things.